Hello, everyone. Hello, Teach Better family, and happy Monday night. I had to think about that one for a second, what day it was. I'm on Thanksgiving break. Welcome. We hope that you have had a great start to your week, whether you're at school or you are enjoying break already. My name is Meghan Hosey, and I am the Ambassador Program Coordinator with the Teach Better team, and I am here with the absolutely fantastic Mark Horner, who is an assistant principal. He is also a founding ambassador and a mentor ambassador. So he is like legit just the absolute coolest. And we are here to talk about all things ambassador program and most importantly, ambassador applications. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Hello, friends. If you are just joining us, say hi to us in the comments and let us know that you are here. I can already see we've got Ray and Breeze. We've got some ambassador love jumping in. In case you missed it, my name is Meghan Hosey, and I am the Ambassador Program Coordinator for the Teach Better team. And I am here with Mark Horner. Mark, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself. I will say, he's literally incredible. He's one of our founding ambassadors, one of our mentor ambassadors. But Mark, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, Meghan, you make me feel very special. But you know what? My name is Mark Horner. I teach, well, actually, correction. 23 years I've been teaching, and now I'm an assistant principal. So I'm like conditioned to say that I'm a teacher, but always an educator. But yeah, it's my first year as an assistant principal at Talmadge High School. And I was just chuckling because did I just hear the pitter pattering of paws in your office there?
You're selling me out, Mark. I was trying to hide that.
See, that's why I came to school, because I knew at this point my cat would be up here, my dog would be trying to get on my lap, and who knows what other chaos would follow me. But now I am a very proud founding ambassador and a very proud educator. I absolutely love the world of education and love being an assistant principal and just love being surrounded by the Teach Better team and the Teach Better ambassadors. So I should probably, give my wife a shout out. I've been married almost as long as I've been teaching, and I have two incredible kids, a daughter who's a junior at Kent State and a son who's a junior here at the high school. So
many amazing things. And you are truly just incredible. Obviously we've been connected for a while. And while you were teaching and now transitioning into the assistant principal role, you have just been doing an incredible job. We're so lucky to have you as an ambassador. And we're even luckier, and our new ambassadors will be even luckier to have you as a mentor ambassador, because you just are, one of the just a perfect embodiment of really what Teach Better stands for. And you're just going to be able to help and guide our new ambassadors into this program. Yes, Andrea says your wife is awesome. She was such a helper you had to shout her out. She was such a helper for Teach Better 22. So she deserves a massive shout out.
She's amazing. That's for sure. I'm blessed.
We are blessed to have you.
You're filling my bucket here, Meghan. Wow. This is like, I like this. Keep going. I'm starting.
I was going to say, this is really what it's all about. But truly, if you are joining us, say hi in the comments. Let us know. Maybe you've applied to be an ambassador, or maybe you filled out the application. Maybe you're kind of on the fence. If you have questions, throw them in. we'd be so happy to answer them. We're really here to remind you that applications close in 6 days. I can't believe it. In 6 days, applications will be closing. And then at the start of the new year, we will be welcoming in a new group, our third group of ambassadors, which is just insane to say. Like, I can't believe that. It's crazy.
It's amazing how much it's grown. I mean, through your leadership and Andrea's leadership. I mean, just the fact that it's the third wave of ambassadors. And I mean, what is our total number at this point?
I think we're around like 50. So
I mean, it's just unbelievable how many people are involved and how many people are serving in so many different areas, not just the classroom, but administration and higher ed. I mean, just all kinds of experiences. I mean, it is an amazing program.
And Mark, I love that you brought that up too. It truly is not a teacher program. So the ambassador program is not just for teachers in the classroom. I mean, you're an assistant principal now. We have people who have transitioned out of the classroom. We have everyone from behavior interventionists. We have so many different people from so many different walks of life in the world of education, and it brings so many different perspectives. I think that's truly one of the pieces that makes the ambassador program so special.
Yeah, I agree. As you're talking, I'm thinking about what my path has been since the beginning of the ambassadorship, where, I was in the classroom. I thought I would never leave the classroom. I was in love with teaching. And then opportunities began to present themselves. And one of the big benefits of being an ambassador is that you have at your disposal so many people who want to pour into you, and they want to mentor you, and they want to help you in your journey. And so when I first applied, I mean, so many people read my resume and chimed in, and helped me word it and craft it. And you know what? Even as recently as a couple hours ago on Voxer, Josh Stamper was reaching out to me. He and I have had this ongoing discussion about issues I'm dealing with now as an administrator, and just restorative practices and how to think outside the box when it comes to school discipline. So I start off as a teacher, and people are giving me advice on classroom strategies. And now here I am a couple years later, and I'm picking the brains of people who are experts in their field, and they're mentoring me and helping me become a better administrator. I mean, it's just mind blowing to me, the amount of time that the Teach Better team and the ambassadors give up and pour into ambassadors and everybody else in the world of education. Right. But it's just so nice knowing that I have that support system. And it's just an email, a text, a Voxer away, and I can get answers to questions. I can get assistance. I can get encouragement whenever I need it. It's a beautiful thing.
I love that. And Andrea popping in that website. If you have not applied, you want to apply, you just go, it's teachbetter.com/ambassador -team, and the application will be there. It is open again until Sunday, the 27th. But I do want to talk about that, Mark, because that is true of all of the support. And I think, the ambassador program, you get out of it what you put into it. Mm-hmm. And we go through, times in our life where things are busier. And so there are times when, you may not be as active in Voxer or maybe Facebook. And then I guarantee you, though, if you're not, you've got at least one person reaching out being like, you doing okay? Can we help you out? But I do love that, because I think that we've said it so many times where we started this ambassador program really, I mean, Andrea and I prior to the pandemic, but then the pandemic hit and we just kind of put a pause on all of it because our focus shifted. And then it became, we do think this is the right time to open it up. And we say it all the time. I could never have gotten through what that 2 to 3 years, looked like, and truly still looks like, of teaching without the ambassador program and the ambassadors, because it was such a source of support of, this is what's going on in my district, and this is what's going on in my classroom, and this is what I'm doing, and here's a solution to that. I always think that if you get enough educators in the same place, you have the solution to everything. Somebody out there has the solution to what you are struggling with or the wall that you're hitting. And it's almost like I feel like we have all of those answers within the ambassador program. Or if we don't have the exact answer, We have people that are going to support you in finding that answer. And it's huge. I, can say that I have taught in places before where I have almost kind of felt like I was on an island. Like maybe I was the only one that was feeling some way or doing something. And that's hard. You
Mm-hmm.
need you need teacher friends, you need that support. And if you are not getting that where you're at, the ambassador program is a great place to get it. Or maybe you are getting that, and maybe you just need people that are going to push you to continue to be better and, try things out of your comfort zone. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my favorite thing is just your journey is just one of them, but just watching you in, again, the years that you were teaching that I've known you and been connected with you, and now as an assistant principal, like it is incredible to see your journey and just to even know that like the ambassadors have had a small part in that and been able to support you in that. That is just to me just incredible and not something that you can quite, I know we've tried to put it into words in the last few minutes, but not something that you can quite understand or put into words until you feel it.
Yeah, the phrase that kept going through my head, and you just mentioned it. One of the most powerful aspects of being an ambassador is so often in the world of education, you really do feel like you're on an island. And you want to be that educator who walks in and you bring the energy and the passion. And one of the phrases that was used at the conference not a lot last month, you want to be weird, right? Jillian talked about that in her presentation. You wanted to do weird things because that's what catches your audience and your kids and makes your classroom memorable. And then you come in and you do that, and a lot of times you feel like you're the only one who feels that way. And that was kind of the case. Not everybody, that I'm surrounded by, but so often you kind of get stuck in your room and in your world. And as I began to become more familiar with my fellow ambassadors and teach better, it was just so refreshing to know that there were people out there who had the same why and the same purpose statement and what it is that they were doing. That we're in this business to change lives, and to change them for eternity. And so it's so encouraging to know that just a second away, I can talk to somebody who gets it, who feels what I'm feeling, and they're driven the same way that I am. And it's funny because you mentioned, our Boxer. There's a lot of conversation that goes on Boxer, and I sometimes jump in, but I can promise you this: every day I'm looking at Boxer, I'm reading Boxer, and I may not chime in, but there's always an ongoing discussion that's always encouraging and always brings a smile to my face. And it always excites me that we have ambassadors all over the nation who are trying to get better, and everything that they do. And it's just such a privilege to be a part of. And I'll tell you, it was interesting. Not long ago, when I was talking to somebody who I'm trying to recruit into applying for an ambassadorship, I told him pretty much the same thing you did, which was, I don't know how I would have survived the period of COVID without the Teach Better ambassadors and Teach Better. It really helped me stay focused and endure all that COVID had presented. The number of people that gave me advice on how to handle things remotely and how to set this up, how to operate this, how to fine tune that. I mean, it literally saved me and helped me maintain a sense of balance and to not give up. And so I owe such a great debt of gratitude to you guys.
Well, we felt the exact same way. And I know we've talked about a lot of perks and a lot of the family feeling. We've got a lot of people chiming in the comments about, just the support system and, how great the ambassadors are and just how great of a family it is to be a part of. But there are other perks too. So we do, aside from, we have a private Facebook group, we have a Voxer group. If those aren't your thing, Mark, I'm just like you. I pay attention to all of the Voxers, but I don't chime in as often as I probably should. But I am always reading and listening to them. But we also have monthly hangouts on Zoom where it's, come as you can, even if it's for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We just want to say hi and catch up. We have one of my favorites is we have monthly exclusive PD. And what we do our best to make happen is really, finding out from the ambassadors themselves, what do you need? What PD do you need? And it's free monthly PD by some of the most incredible people, in the world of education that are connected with the team that are ambassadors. It is just incredible. And if you can't come to the PD, because again, we know life is busy and it happens, we record all of them and they are in a course that you have forever for free that you can go back and visit. So that is another incredible perk. And one of the newer perks that we just started was really our focus groups. We, as the Teach Better team, there are so many things that the team does. And there are so many things, when times that we have questions or after the conference, we're like, give us the feedback, give us the critique. And so the ambassadors are the first people we always go to because they're so connected. Your voice matters so much. You're at the conference, you're a part of our lives. You're so much a part of the team. So it's, you're always our go-to people. So I think that that's like a huge, huge, huge bonus of being an ambassador too.
Yeah, you know what, you mentioned PD, and even as recently as this morning, I was using something that I learned from Carly's PD session that she did, and talking about communication. And it was, everything that I learned in that one PD session, I've used countless times. And that's been the case with the free PD. I mean, every time I tune in, and again, life as an administrator is busy and I've got coverages and things like that. So I oftentimes can't hop in on live, but then I can go back and watch the recorded episodes. I learn something new, something that helps me become better every single time I tune in or I catch the replay. So it is, I'm sorry, it's a beautiful thing.
I could not agree more. I selfishly love the free PD. Like it's amazing. Like for me, and it's just incredible to, again, see the variety of topics that we're able to have PD on and offer for free to our ambassadors. And again, I love that we record it because if you can't, if you can't be there live, because we know life gets busy, it is still available to you. Again, I think that it's just, again, I can't put it into words. We've talked so much about all the amazing things, and it's just such an incredible program. I think we should talk a little bit about the application, because there might be some people that are not really sure what the application looks like, which, by the way, if you're not, you can always click on it and open it and go back to it later. But don't shy away because we've had it open for 3 weeks. Really, I think it's been more than 3 weeks. The reason that we leave it open for so long is because we know that you're busy. So we know that is something that you have lives, you have other things going on. We want you to feel like you have had the time to fill it out. But it really should only take you about 15 minutes. It truly is going to ask some really basic questions like your name, what you do, where you work. Those should be really easy for you, hopefully. And then it just asks you a little bit about, how do you embody the Teach Better mindset? And, why would being an ambassador, benefit you? Because it's just like having a job at a school. It's a two-way street. This isn't all about us and getting more ambassadors. We want you to get out of this program and benefit from this program and, feel like you are becoming a better educator or administrator or leader, whatever it is, because of the program and because of the Teach Better family. And I love that Josh was saying, because I was just about to say this, there is a video portion. I do not want you to get scared. It is a 1 minute or less video. And truly, we're teachers. First of all, how many of us, I don't know of a teacher that maybe has not been on video, especially after the pandemic and just recordings and all that. And, just pretend like you're talking to your kids. But truly, we created the video portion because we want to get a sense of you. It is great to type answers and it is great to think those out. Record your video in one shot. We want to see you. We want to know you. And I will tell you, Andrea and I, when we are going through, the first time we did this, I think we had, I don't even remember how many. We had a lot of applications. And what the ones that we remembered and that I can still tell you about now are the memorable ones, because I felt like I was like, I know you. In 1 minute, I just got to know you and the real you and who you are. So don't let that scare you. There's a couple other parts too where you just need some like proof of a couple things. Screenshots are fine. Go in, take a screenshot, upload those. It does not need to be anything fancy. If you attended the conference, that can be one of them. Just take a screenshot of, like your registration email or something. It is, yes, Mark, Andrea, that this is like literally Mark, yours is one of the ones that we remember, is yours in the Smoky Mountains, because Mark was on vacation when he applied, because the first time we opened, we didn't, I'm going to be honest, we were building the boat as we were rowing, and that's fine. Andrea and I sometimes do that. But it was only going to be open for so much time. So Mark, you were trying to get service and make sure that application got in.
Well, it's so funny. I remember how nervous I was, to be honest with you. And I think that's one of the things you're trying to say is, hey, listen, don't be scared. Don't be nervous. Don't be apprehensive. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain by applying, and even if for some reason you're not selected this round, just by filling out the application out, you become even more plugged into the Teach Better family. And then you'll be connected to even more things that are offered in preparation for the next round. But I remember when I was recording that video, and I would get in front of a camera or talk or whatever, I was legit nervous because I so badly wanted to be a part of the program, and I had such deep respect for Teach Better. It had already, up to that point, the podcast and the last conference, everything had already impacted my life so drastically. So I was nervous, but yeah, I just recorded it in my phone in selfie mode, and I kept thinking somebody's probably doctoring up a video with iMovie and it's going to have all these transitions. There's no way mine's ever going to get, even viewed or selected. And I was very, very thankful when I received notification. But yeah, I was very nervous it wouldn't even go through. Way up in the mountains, and it went through, thankfully. So.
I love that. It did go through. It was so memorable. And I love that. Don't spend so much time creating video. Again, we want to know you. And that is so important to us. And yeah, last time we only opened it for a day. Guys, I mean, you heard my dog come running in the first couple minutes. We just want to get to know you and who you are. You don't need to, re-record a million times. If you've ever seen Andrea and I live, or really if you saw us at the conference, I mean, you get what you get, and it is what it is, but it's always a good time. So it's fine.
Yeah. Just share from your heart. Why is it that you love what you do? Why is it that you are passionate about the world of education, no matter what role it is? I think that's the most important thing,
Yes. And I do want to touch on something else that you said, because, and Andrea threw in kids and dogs are welcome in the background. That's the story of our lives. It really is. We are a family, and that means your family too. So don't let that deter you if I need to re-record. It's fine. If anything, we're going to like the video even more because we get to see the kids of the dogs.
Yep.
But one thing that you said is, it's true. Don't get discouraged if you apply and, maybe you don't get accepted this round. It happens every time. We have ambassadors that we unfortunately had to say no to in the first round, and it wasn't a no, it was a not yet, because we had so many people apply. It happened in the second round. That's going to happen. But like you said, first of all, if you apply, you are getting yourself more connected with the team, with the program. And there's always another time. We do tend to get a lot of applicants, which we love and adore, because Andrea and I still sit in shock every single time this happens. We are in shock at the applicants that we get, because we think the world of our ambassadors, and this program would not be what it is without our ambassadors that have made it what it is. But truly, the application should not take more than about 15 minutes. If you want to open it first, take a look, and then fill it out again, feel free. It does close in 6 days though. And I do want to touch on, I know Andrea commented, but Scott had asked about, he gave a little description of what he does, and he asked if the ambassador program is for school support positions. It is for every position. We have people in our ambassador program now that aren't in the classroom, and that's okay. It is for, every person in the realm of education, because everyone plays a role. It takes a village. Yep. And that village has many different titles in it and many different roles in it that create that village and make it what it is. And we would not be who we are, what we are, the support that we are, if we didn't have that village and that diversity in all those different roles.
Man, you're preaching up a storm. I love it. I love it. The whole time you're talking, what I'm thinking about is that every person that's inside this building, no matter what their position is, we are all in the business of changing kids' lives and making sure that they have the best possible experience and they become the best versions of themselves. So it doesn't matter. You met my principal just a few minutes ago. And, one of the best things that we were able to do last week was hop behind the line and serve food to our kids, of which we're doing again tomorrow. And it was a blast just to get back there and find out what our team members in the cafeteria, what they're doing. It's the same. It's the Teach Better mindset, right? They're just pouring in the kids and we're all part of the same team. So I love that you're encouraging everyone to apply. Now, I did hear that there were bonus points given if in the video they were wearing Buckeyes gear, right? Is that what you said?
Especially this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I maybe wouldn't wear anything Michigan. I'm just kidding. Love it. Thank you. We've had so many people join us, so many comments. We absolutely appreciate it. It is Monday night. It is Thanksgiving week. Some of you are on break. So if you're on break, you have no excuse not to fill it out. Some of you will be on break after tomorrow, maybe, hopefully, maybe some of you on Wednesday. I'm so sorry if you have to go to Wednesday.
Wednesday.
I am so sorry. But we thank you so much for joining us. If you are hesitating, if you are not sure, if you have a question about the program, the application, anything, first of all, reach out to any of our ambassadors. They are incredible people that would love to help you. Reach out to Andrea, reach out to, I don't know why I pointed to me when I said Andrea. Reach out to Andrea, reach out to myself, reach out to anyone on the team. We would all either love to direct you to who can answer your question, or obviously Andrea and I can answer any question you have. But truly don't let that stand in your way, because you have no idea the life-changing moment that's going to happen when you fill that application out. Again, whether it's you're accepted or it's a not yet, trust me, it's going to make a difference.
Yep. Yeah. And I would be honored if you reached out to me and asked questions as well. Anyone who's on the fence or thinking about it. So best decision you could ever make.
Love that. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a fantastic week, whatever that week looks like. And we better see a bunch more applications filled out this week. They are open until Sunday night, Sunday the 27th, late at night. We'll leave them open for a while, but go fill that application out. It'll be the best thing ever. Bye, everybody.